was a phone conversation she was having with one of LeBron's advisors, and she said some things about Maria Taylor and made it seem like she wasn't deserving of a job, or that Maria Taylor, because of her race, had taken something that Rachel Nichols felt like was hers. Well, it became a huge story. ESPN had a lot of pushback, including from us. Rachel Nichols felt a lot of heat. She's been called a lot of things. And yesterday, I guess she gave her mea culpa. Here it is.
The first thing they teach you in journalism school is don't be the story. And I don't plan to break that rule today or distract from a fantastic finals. But I also don't want to let this moment pass without saying how much I respect, how much I value our colleagues here at ESPN, how deeply, deeply sorry I am for disappointing those I hurt, particularly Maria Taylor, and how grateful I am to be part of this outstanding team.
So you have it. That was the apology.
What did you think of it?
I have a lot of thoughts. Go ahead. Yeah, go first.
I think that Rachel Nichols is a hard worker. You know, in this arena, like so many others in life, you have people who have a ton of natural talent. You have people who don't have much but work and will their way into some jobs. And then you have a few special people who, I guess, those two things come together and it's a rocket ship to the top. I think that Rachel Nichols is a hard worker who has some steely nerves and needed to do what she did, I guess, and made it short, sweet, and to the point. She is the story. She is the story. And I don't know that she's the story through any fault of her own. She went on there with her colleagues who praised her and praised Maria Taylor. And it struck me as the whole thing, I wanted to scream at all three of them and everybody else. Puppets. You're all puppets. If you listen to what Rachel Nichols said on that secret recording that one of her colleagues leaked everywhere, the only thing she really said that was a bridge too far to me was when she insinuated that the only reason Maria Taylor was getting this was because she was black. But it wasn't Rachel Nichols' contract. But the reason I wanted to scream puppets at the television, even though I think she did a decent job here, was because this is all ESPN. This is ESPN, okay? They're discriminatory, they're sexist, they're inept in how to handle employees and how to be decent and fair. And so now what you have is people who are just wanting their little scraps, who are bickering and arguing with each other, and the whole thing stinks. This is ESPN, okay? And you can say whatever you want about the other sports leagues and networks and everything else out there. They run the table on all this because they basically have a monopoly. And it stinks to high heaven. It stinks. It's just nasty. It's gross. And I don't want to hear Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor, or anybody else say anything about it. This is ESPN who's done this. Right. And it's very trashy. It's very trashy. It's a trashy place. It's been trashy for a long time. And the trash has still not been taken out. And it starts at the top there. That's what it's really about here.
Yeah. I said a lot yesterday, and it got a lot of press, I suppose, a lot of mentions on social media, and it kind of went crazy. A lot of people hit me up, a lot of my former colleagues, and they were thanking me for what I had to say, but it's, you know, it's just, it needed to be said. And it needs to be said a little bit more until things get cleaned up. Like you mentioned, it's not just a Rachel Nichols situation, not a Maria Taylor situation. Yes, Rachel Nichols should have apologized to Maria Taylor and to anybody that she may have offended. I don't think it was a secret recording. It was a recording that somebody, she made a mistake and she left an open mic up and somebody recorded it. It's just like anybody could record us if we're sitting up here around a microphone.
Well, but she didn't know it.
Should be the one.
She didn't know it.
Yeah, she had a microphone open, and yeah, sometimes you don't know that you're being recorded, but it's going to a server.
In her hotel room.
That's a lot of semantics. We can get into that. You know, that's not the point. The point is, I think that ESPN needs to come out and make the apology, and not necessarily just to the viewers, not necessarily just to Maria Taylor. But yeah, especially to Maria Taylor, and treat her in a certain way, give her what she deserves, what she's earned, because she deserves to have that job. She's earned that job. She's earned any type of contract that they want to give her and that she needs to get. But also the select accountability that I talked about yesterday, and I really didn't get a chance to really get into it about ESPN. There's a select accountability that ESPN has, and they've had since I was there, that continues, that needs to stop. Certain people can do certain things and get away with it, while other people can do the same thing and then they are punished severely. Maria Taylor was asked after it came out, did she leak it to the press? This lady named Kayla Johnson, a person that everybody should know. We talk about Maria Taylor, we talk about Rachel Nichols. Kayla Johnson is the real victim in this situation, because Kayla Johnson, having that recording, gave it to Maria Taylor because they're friends, obviously, felt like she needed to know this. She didn't leak it to the press, gave it to her. And Kayla Johnson, who is I think she worked in the social media department at the time, suspended 2 weeks without pay. And then when she came back, treated like rubbish and given her jobs that she didn't want, nobody wanted, and absolutely was probably forced to quit. And now I don't know what she's doing. I reached out to her, and I hope that she has a job somewhere, and I hope somebody picks her up. But Kayla Johnson is the real victim, the huge victim in this whole situation, because this may have ruined or put a stop to her career path as she knows it, and put her in a spotlight she didn't want to be in, because she thought she was helping. So ESPN should be apologizing, because once again, it's that select accountability that has hurt many people there. It hurt me before. I basically got suspended for an innocuous tweet one time that they felt like was a distraction, right? What is this? Is this a distraction, ESPN? Rachel Nichols on NBA Finals coverage, but she's still front and center there. I'm not saying you should do what you want to do, but there's no punishment whatsoever. Select accountability hurts as well. When you do one thing to one person and you don't do it to the other, and the only difference is certain tones, it makes you wonder. Makes you wonder.
So once again, Kayla Johnson,
I don't know where you are.
It doesn't make me wonder about a thing.
Okay.
It makes me say ESPN is just like a lot of other companies where white people and microaggressions target people like us. And it sucks and it stinks. And I too hope Kayla finds work, or has work, and has her peace of mind. But I'll say it again, I don't think it's semantics. When I'm in my home or my hotel room, and regardless of whether I leave a hot mic on, we're trained in this industry. If I'm talking to my mother, my agent, my boss, and we're saying things that if I meant to say it, I say it right here, okay? Don't come for me. Don't ask me. That's why I give her some credit for the apology, and I believe she reached out to Maria Taylor privately, as she should have. Maria Taylor did not want to hear it, which is her perfect God-given right. But ESPN is the latest example of what is out there every day, that every black man and woman who has entered the workforce has been victim of, okay? I just think they're extra slimy, or maybe they're on display because it's the worldwide leader in discrimination.